Welcome to day 5 of the 2019 Montreux Volley Masters here in Switzerland. We're in the Salle du Perrier Omnisport Arena on the banks of Lake Geneva for another amazing day of world-class women's volleyball as we head into the final stages of the tournament and one of the most iconic volleyball events on the planet. 8 teams began the race for this year's title, and after 4 days of incredible pool play action, we've got a Europe-Asia showdown in both semi-finals, but the first game up is that playoff for 7th and 8th place as Germany take on the host nations, Switzerland. Well, 2 fantastic semi-finals to look forward to in the top 4, with Poland taking on the 2016 runners-up Thailand in semi-final 1, and defending champions Italy go head-to-head with the 2011 winners Japan. That's all to come. But first of all, on the show court, a terrific head-to-head between 2 nations that just don't want to leave Montreux without a victory in the kit bag. In the black, it's the German team, more highly ranked than this Swiss side, and Germany in fact won the toss. Their captain Lena Stigroth, I think, deciding to take the serve. Switzerland deciding to stay as they are with their captain Kunzle. So the formalities out of the way. Teams now just going through the final part of their hitting warm-up for what should be a pretty high-powered exchange. 2 very solid teams here in this match. Switzerland, though, very much in a rebuilding phase, developing some really talented players to come through. And Germany, under the guidance of Niki Neubauer at this tournament, will be reliant on their big number 11, Luisa Lippmann, to deliver most of their firepower. She's their top scorer at the moment. And there's the big scorer for Switzerland, Stork, been very impressive in that opposite position, and 4th highest scorer at the tournament so far. But real talent across the board on both of these squads, and a setting dilemma for the Swiss coach. There is Pierrette, one of the setters that may get on court. Generally speaking, it's going to be Sarah Trusch who starts for Switzerland, but they've got some talent in Pierrette on the bench to come on. So really good lineup for both teams, and I would imagine some nerves down there on court. Both desperate to come away from this tournament with at least a victory on the cards. Lena Dürr has gone through the full warm-up, the veteran libero for this German team, 28 years of age now, but hasn't played a single point so far in this tournament for Germany. So looking to add to her 194 caps, but certainly looks to have been far more part of the warm-up. Imadu, the very talented German setter in your picture, she should also be starting, but I expect we may see Karina Glaub, the 18-year-old backup setter, in action at some point for Germany. So that is the lineup for this German team. Their game plan based around the impressive opposite power hitter, superstar number 11, Luisa Lippmann, Germany's top scorer here in Montreux with 75 points so far. 13, Denise Imadu, I mentioned her, superb playmaker, and up in that setting position. And if the service reception is good, then she's going to run a pretty explosive offence with the likes of wing spikers Nelly Barber and captain Lena Stigroth, number 7 and number 10. They'll be looking to keep that scoreboard ticking over. Middle blockers Lisa Grundig and Leonie Schwersman are going to need to be big at that net to stop the Swiss power. And there is the Swiss head coach, Timo Lipponen. Plenty of talent at his disposal. The host team Switzerland in a rebuilding phase and developing some really good talented young players to come through and join the established group of internationals led by captain fantastic wing spiker number 14 Laura Kunzle, and then 20-year-old Maya Stork, number 8, now key player in this team. Hits the ball hard, very hard, and she'll be firing away in the opposite position. Got some 58 points to her name so far. And then that dilemma at setting position, 24-year-old Sarah Trusch, usually the starter, but youngsters Méline Pierrette, number 7, and Olivia Wassner should also get some court time. So those are our two teams ready to go. Louisa Lippmann, one of the stars of this tournament, as she has been for the last couple of years. 2017 German Player of the Year. 75 points so far to her name. Second highest scorer behind Śmazek of Poland. And the tallest player in this German squad at 1.91 m. And on the other side of the net, in the opposite position for Switzerland, really impressive youngster. Might only be 184, but the 20-year-old has been hammering away in that opposite position and has provided superb scoring opportunities for Switzerland alongside Kunzler. So expect to see Stork hitting that ball hard on the right side of court. Teams then just about ready to take the court and be announced, the starting lineups. And the coaches will certainly keep us guessing right up to the end on this one. A number of players that could start this match in a number of different positions, but I think we're going to see some experience on court to start with. Germany then in the black with the yellow flash on the shoulders up against the host nation in the red, Switzerland. Just about ready to get this first game of day 5 underway. There's the captain for Germany. Lina Stigrot didn't start yesterday against Poland, but we were hoping to start today. I don't think there's any doubt that this young lady will start. Laura Kunzler, thoroughly impressive. The glue that holds this Swiss team together in the number 14 shirt. So our two referees for today just about to be introduced to the crowd. First official Ozan Sarıkaya of Turkey. Been on the circuit as an international referee since 2015, and he's going to be supported on the floor by the second official, the very experienced Maciek Twardowski of Poland. Been refereeing on the international stage now since 2011, Maciek. So a very experienced pair in charge of this one. And they're going to need to be as well. I think we could see some fireworks down there on court today. Swiss fans awaiting the introduction of their team, but we should meet Germany first of all. And it is going to be a start for the captain. So Lina Stigrot in the number 10 shirt. No surprise to see Lippmann on court in that opposite position. Ortmann, very impressive wing spiker Ortmann. Watch out for her jump serve when she gets to the line. Number 14, Schlösel in the middle blocking position. And Dürr is going to start. So the veteran, Lenke Dürr, gets her 195th cap for Germany today. And confirmation that Schlösel starts opposite Schwartzman in the middle. And then we've got Stigrot with Ortmann through the outside. And in that setting position, it will be Amadou as the playmaker to start with. Switzerland then to be introduced to the home crowd. No surprises so far with Stork starting this one. A start for Serena Brunner though in the number 9 shirt. Kunzler, number 14, the captain, in that wing spiker position. And Olivia Wassner is going to start as the playmaker, the setter. So that's a big call from Timo Lippmann. Several different options there to go to in the playmaking position, but he goes with Wassner, Stork in the opposite position, Kunzler and Brunner through the wing spiker position, and then Schottroff, the tallest player in the Swiss team, number 4, in the middle. And there is coach Timo Lippmann. I would imagine a little nervous about this one. Would be delighted to come away with a victory, but they're going to have to play well against the higher seeded German team in terms of the FIVB World Rankings. Teams ready to go then. Referees ready to go. The crowd is certainly ready to go for this 7th, 8th playoff on day 5 here at the 2019 Montreux Volley Masters. Thais De Prati, incidentally, the libero, confirmed for Switzerland, and she'll come on court as part of the service reception team. It will be Amadou, the setter for Germany, that will serve first in the number 13 shirt. Away we go then. Germany versus Switzerland. And is so often the case at this level. The first point is a big one. Great defence from Switzerland. Germany keep it alive. Lippmann once again, and this time finds the corner. Well, great start for both teams. That'll calm the nerves. Imadou going to her big hitter Lippmann on several occasions, and eventually Louisa Lippmann putting the ball away to add to her points tally here at this tournament. 76 now for her. Good serve from Imadou. Well, it was a bit of a gamble from coach Timo Lipponen. He's put Serena Brunner on. And she hasn't started many matches. Brunner, the number 9 shirt, 21 years of age. And the wing spiker with a shank pass to give Germany their second point. Best of 5 sets, 25 points the target in each set, unless we get to 2 sets all. And then it'll be the tiebreaker to 15. Only had 1 game so far here in Montreux go the distance, as Switzerland get their first point on the board through Captain Fantastic, Laura Künzler. Good pick up from Durr. And well fashioned off the block. Lippmann just deliberately playing that off the blocker's hands. Switzerland feeling there was a touch on the big German attacker as this came down. But no, just avoiding it and going out over the sideline, despite Stork claiming otherwise. Right then, the Ortmann jump serve. Let's see if it's working today. Just long, but you can see the kind of power she gets on that topspin serve from the baseline. Good player, Ortmann, but very much a new player in the setup for Germany. But looks to me to have certainly all the minerals to become a really good pro. Imadou, first middle set from her, no connection with Schwertmann. Great pipe attack, and Ortmann might have missed her jump serve, but certainly didn't miss the pipe opportunity, and that's a really clever option from Imadou. She knows that Ortmann has just hit a jump serve from the baseline, so why not give her another topspin shot from deep court. Well put away from Ortmann. Schwertmann, middle blocker off the net with the serve. And that's a fine kill. Very impressed when I saw Stork play yesterday in that opposite position. Hit the ball incredibly hard. And it's very difficult for the blockers to stop her because she changes the direction of the shot quite late when she hits. Good tip from Lippmann, realised that all the defenders from Switzerland were on their heels, deep in the court, waiting for the power shot. So why not use the space that's available? That's clever stuff. Well, I think both players, or both teams, will be certainly happy with the start they've made to this so far. And another handy shot from Künzler. This is going to be a good head-to-head today between Künzler and Lippmann. The key to scoring for both sides. Good block. That's a super lineup. And both Schlösel on that middle block position. And then the captain, number 10, Lina Stigroth, just lining that one up. Schlösel, another youngster in this team at 21 years of age, but looks very impressive. Oh, that was mighty close to the line, but just wide. Good call from Switzerland. Well, crowd, as you would expect with the home team in residence, starting to get with this one. Great run. Schlüssel around the back on what we call a slide D attack. So just running around the back of the setter and coming off one foot to go nice and wide and then hammer it back on that cross court. Lovely set from Amadou. Lovely kill from Schlüssel. 7-5 Germany. The call of Go Switzerland. Hopschwitz in the background. And Künzler getting that ball off of the blocker's arms and onto the antenna. It's not all about power. Just had to use that tight set off Amadou. Cleverly done from the Swiss captain. Germany in trouble. Free ball, Switzerland. Oh, that's beautifully played. That is such a clever shot from Stork. Once again, German team right back on their heels for the powerful hit. And just a little roll shot in front of Durr, and that's got to be some shot to beat Lenke Durr in the back line. Good kill from Maya Stork. And the fizz taken out of the Swiss celebrations with that miss from Wasner. 3 setters in this Swiss team. Wasner, the third line setter, just 20 years of age, but has got a start in this match and so far has looked pretty steady. Background, a full rotation. Amadou with a serve again, but missing by a long way, the German setter. Out comes De Prati, the libero for Switzerland, not required on that last play. And back to the Swiss captain Künzler for her serve. Brunner forced a tip. Germany with a chance here. Well, you could see what Ortmann was trying to do with the ball. Hit that down the line nice and deep. But just got too much of it, and Germany's lead being eroded here, and coach Niki Neubauer might be thinking about a timeout. Great serve. Künzler using the jump float serve, so she's contacting it nice and high, hitting flat through the ball and getting it to go as low over that net as she can. No passing time for the German players. But this time, just took a little too much risk on that one. Now Ortmann missed her first jump serve. And she put this one in with a bit of power. Followed it up, remember, with that very nice pipe attack. No. And it's not working today at the moment for Ortmann. It's a shame for Germany because it's a real set changer, that jump serve, when it goes in. Back at the service line, Switzerland's tallest player, 22-year-old Gabi Schotteroff, middle blocker. Off pace from Switzerland, nicely defended by Germany. And Stigrot doesn't need second invitations for a kill like that. German captain, very steady through the outside position. Great pickup from Lenke Durr. But a nice flat wide set from Amadou, and the Swiss blockers just couldn't cover that. Good block, follows up from the Stigrot kill. Lippmann next to Schlüssel. That's a big wall. Tallest player in the German team, Lippmann at 197. And very nicely over, 191, my apologies. Still tall though, next to a blocker who's 190 in Schlüssel. But the height didn't matter there. Another new player and young player on court for Switzerland. Madalena Matte, 22 years of age, the middle blocker from the Pfeffingen club. 1.84 m tall, so not the tallest of middle blockers, but she's got a big jump on her. She'll be looking to use that today. Miss serve from Stork. So mid-phase of this opening set, just both teams stuttering a little. Back to Louisa Littmann for Germany. Well, forced. The set from Vassner, just going a little too wide for Mata, but she used that jump and that reach and made it count. Lovely spinning shot cross court to beat Littmann. And she's really pulled that shot out of nowhere, and I wonder if she's celebrating. That was a cracker. And Germany once again put in trouble by some strong Swiss serving here. Stiggerod it was, just couldn't deal with this one. Really moved on it. That's great stuff from Brunner. Well, said it was coming, and no surprise that Nikki Neubauer has decided to call time there as Switzerland take a 2-point lead at 14-12.
Reinkommen ins Feld als erstes. Ja? Dann bei solchen Aktionen kein Problem. Wir wissen, schlagen schnell auf, aber alle bereit auch zum Helfen. Ja, da müssen 3 Leute rausmarschieren aus dem Feld, wenn sowas passiert wie gerade eben. Ja? Los, alle bereit!
Neubauer not always the most animated of coaches, but not happy with his players there. Really, what he needs from him is ball control. Get that ball into Amadou, the setter, so they can do some damage, but it's not happening at the moment. Brunner to serve again after that last touch, Dace. Another cracking serve. Oh, brilliant. Heavy serve on Dur, and the overpass nicely dispatched by Mata. She's having a purple patch here, the number 6 for Switzerland. Well put away. Two good serves in a row for Mata, but not this time. But let's not worry too much about that miss. Bit of damage done on the scoreboard by Switzerland. 15-13 they lead in this race to 25. German captain to serve, Lena Stiggerod from the Dresdner club. And an overpass not dispatched by Germany, but they're going to get this point anyway. And the reason is a little net touch from Vassner, the setter. Just got unbalanced in that block. So cheeky point for Germany. Good heavy hit from Kunzler. What a pick-up from Dur. Good block cover. Switzerland doing well to stay in this rally. Another chance for them. Wide to Kunzler, and she makes it count. Well, the value there of backing up your hitter by getting in underneath the block and covering the shots, giving Kunzler a second bite of the cherry. And second time of asking goes off the fingers of Amadou, the German setter. Good pass. Oh, wonderful stuff from Littmann. And Switzerland play on. This is terrific stuff from the home team. But just one shot too many. Well, courtside with these athletes, you really do get to see how high they are jumping. And there are some superb athletes down on the floor for both Switzerland and Germany in this game. But Germany recovering the situation, 1 point in it. That's a horrible serve from Schlössel, straight into the net. Most coaches will tell you that if you're going to miss your serve, miss it over the baseline. Into the net just means it hasn't happened. 17-15, Vassner to serve. Good line-up in the front court for Switzerland for the next 3 rotations. All three hitters available. Künzler onto Dürr. And a nice pick-up from Engel, the young libero for Switzerland. Scrappy rally. Brunner on the pipe, going for the blocker's hands, but missing. There's Vassner, the third string setter for Switzerland, getting a run out at the start of this game. And I think doing a pretty good job in the backcourt rotation at the moment, Vassner. So 3 front court hitters for Switzerland. Good swing. Lenka Dürr just having to check where she was on court there. If she's inside that 3-meter line, she can't volley the ball as a libero, so she has to bump set it, and she bump sets it well to Lippmann, who drills that into the corner between Brunner and Vassner. Imaudu missed her last serve, but this one's in. No, that'll be surely a carry. It is. Well, the whistle took a little time coming, but first official knew that was the case. Ball carried by Lippmann, just held on to it a little too long. 2 liberos at the moment being employed by Switzerland in this first set, so De Prati does all the passing, but Engel comes on for the defensive work and immediately called into action. Beautifully done. Great pass from Engel. And then Shotrov finally gets to run a quick attack in the middle. And very well found by Vassner. Second time out by Germany.
Mach mal ein bisschen Unsinn. Ja, so, Achtung. Die nehmen jeden Tipp. Ja, probiert die Mittelblocker schnell dicht beim Zuspieler zu bleiben und probieren zu schlagen. Auch diesen Einbeiner. Ja, nicht tippen. Die Mittelblocker sind spät drin, die nehmen jeden Tipp. Okay? Sauber ausspielen die Bälle, hoch richtig ran. Dann Achtung, wenn Sie Chance haben für erstes Tempo, alle bereit. Schussübernahme, Position 2 muss voll am Schuss sein. Okay? Erster Ball. Und los! Spannung!
Well, both these teams yet to register a win here in Montreux. Swiss fans given a bit of time off school at the end of this Friday to come along and support their team. Germany lost to China 3-2, Japan 3-1, and then very disappointed with their 3-1 loss to Poland yesterday. For Switzerland, 3-1 loss to Turkey, Thailand and Italy, but have played well in patches and are playing well here in this first set. And an uncharacteristic miss again. Germany normally so strong on the right side, but this time it's Ortmann, usually a left side player, but for one rotation, this rotation here, she has to hit the ball through the right side, and she's missed it. Good leave from Dürr. Does the limbo under that service. Just got out of the way. Great reaction from Lenka Dürr, one of the real characters of the world game, the libero for Germany. 2018 Switzerland. And Ortmann misses a third jump serve. Well, that's frustrating. Out of 3, you'd expect her to get at least one of them in for a run, but not this time for the youngster. Set 1 just not quite happening at the moment for the big number 12. Plays for Pro Vittoria Pallavolo Monza in the Italian A-League, does Ortmann. It's tight. Switzerland reuse. And Ortmann nails the line this time. It's interesting, isn't it? So misses her jump serve, but hits the pipe attack really cleanly. Second time she's done it in this first set. First officials look at the game. Always fascinating to see where the referees get to view what's happening out there. Oh, superb from Stork. She's played very clever in this first set as Maya Stork for Switzerland. Mixed it up, and that one was power. And it takes Stork back to the service line. Missed her last serve though. But that one's in, and it's an overpass, dispatched nicely. And Switzerland heading towards this first set. Another kill on the overpass from Mata, and we might see the German coach Nicky Neubauer here considering his options for set 2, because there's a couple of players out there that just haven't quite delivered at the moment for Germany. Side tandem somehow blocked into play by Mata. And Brunner. Well, Brunner goes off the block and out, says the lines judge and referee, which brings Switzerland's set point. Germany not happy about that at all, but there's no review system here in Montreux, so no way to challenge. Off the hands. Whoa, that was tight. But the call is the call, and that's it. Set point Switzerland. Lippmann saves one. But still 4 attacks left for Switzerland to put this first set away. Off goes Engel. Back in comes De Prati for the pass. 27 years of age, De Prati, the libero for Switzerland, their oldest player on court. Oh, good serve from Lippmann. Now, may see Timo Lippmann go to a timeout here. He does. No surprise to see that. Just needs to settle his team down. Remind them exactly where they are in this set. Good serve from Lippmann, targeting Brunner. Gets the touch base.
Das heisst, wenn gar nichts mehr machen kannst, ein Sack ist immer noch besser als kurz hinten dran, weil der Vierer kommt rein. Okay? Und sonst mutig hoch rein. Mit Slide anziehen ist möglich. Der geht genau gleich. Rückraum hoch bleiben. Was soll da vorne heisst, wir können gegen Seite schlagen.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Lippmann go after Brunner again from the service line. Germany need to find 3 points on this Lippmann serve if they're going to level things up. Maya Vassner has Mata in the middle, Brunner wide, so not the strongest of front court rotations here for Switzerland. They're going to have to go back court, I think, to Stork or to Kunzler. And Kunzler it is. Oh, that's superb. That is superb from the Swiss captain. Well, they're celebrating like they won the match there, but it's just the first set in the bank, courtesy of Laura Kunzler. Not the easiest hit here, because they weren't really in control of this, but she knew it was open just outside of Lenkadeur, and she's got enough power on that one to put that away and put the set away. Well worked from the home team. Switzerland take set 1 by 25 points to 21, and they take the lead in this 7th-8th playoff on Germany by 1 set to love. Well, crowd enjoyed that one. We certainly enjoyed great start from Switzerland to this match, and they'll be happy with those statistics. Few errors in there, but they covered it very nicely with some really hard work in the backcourt. And Switzerland delighted to get the first set under their belt against Germany. Swiss fans hoping to see a victory here in the Omnisport Arena in Montreux. Tournament that has been running now, this is the 34th edition since the 80s. Been through a couple of name changes, but has been the Montreux Volley Masters since 1998. And Switzerland have won this tournament. I think back in something like 1987 they were the victors of their own tournament. For Germany, their last Montreux win was a little more recent in 2014. But neither team at the moment with a victory under their belt this time around. Niki Neubauer, last few instructions to the ever-willing libero Lenka Dur for Germany. As the teams change ends, ready to go for set two. It'll be Switzerland's serve, and they lead this match by 1-0. Decent start for Germany. Didn't see a tremendous amount of that in the first set from the team in black. Didn't use their middle players too much. But Imaudu going to Schwertmann, first ball of this second set. It's a great arena here in Montreux, but it's not the highest of roofs, so every so often you'll see a ball just go up and clip the ceiling, which is what that one did. And Germany, just like set one, get off to a 2-love start. Switzerland in trouble here as well. Super hit from new player on court, Nelly Barber. Number 7 substituted in for this German team. Quite a rangy player, but got real whip in this spike. And she's sent that one down the line beautifully. No changes for Switzerland. Wassner still setting. And Brunner still on court. Stork, well, going for the fingers and got them. And that's just as valuable, hitting the blocker's fingers and out, as it is to hit the court. Super play, took it high, hit it hard. And Switzerland get their first point on the board. That's a clever play. And Imaudu gets full credit for that one, the German setter. Went to Lippmann on the first ball, Switzerland defended, but went to her again on the second, and the block just a little fractured here. Plenty of room for Lippmann to work with that. Well, it's Switzerland's point, but that was mighty close to a foot fault from Schwertmann. German server threw this ball up and then stepped into court as she hit it. But no complaints from Switzerland, just another clever play from Maya Stork. Like what she's doing, Maya Stork. Difficult to believe she's just 20 years of age, very new to the international scene, but looks at home out there on court. Lippmann, the go-to player then for Germany. A couple of kills for her at the start of set two. Voted Germany's most valuable player in 2017. And just keeps adding to the point score. Might get into the 90s, maybe more, here in Montreux by the end of today's match. Good finish. And I have to say, the change to bring Neubauer into that right side wing spiker position has been a good one.
Sie haben etwas gemacht. Sie haben die Verantwortung uns übergeben. Sie machen Pussy-Service kurz und lang und wir lösen verarschen noch und noch. Also, stehen, eher kurz stehen. Rückwärts müssen wir laufen, vorwärts müssen wir ihn heben. Wir müssen die einfachen Service in den Griff bekommen. Die anderen sind schwierig genug. Eine gute Annahme, da haben wir alle gesucht drin. Okay, du tropfst. So. 4 Ballengriff bekommen, der Rest ist alles klar. Wir haben Pumpenangriff, der Block gegen den Lippmann. Die höhere Ball später, sie ist höher als wir. Warten. Yes, go.
Time out called by Swiss coach Timo Lippmann. Just a little concerned at this lead. Germany have opened up early doors in the second set, 6-2. It's a useful cushion. So Germany with Schlössl, Imardu and Barber in that front line. And Captain Stigrot in the back line with Lenkader, the libero, and Lippmann serving. And Germany get the point. Little unlucky for Vassner. If she'd been the front court setter there, she would have got the decision, but as the back court player, just can't do that. Playing the ball into German airspace. Well covered by the German middle blocker, Schlössl. And a bit of luck for Germany. And what a change of momentum in set 2. Off comes Brunner. And on comes another one of these talented youngsters in this Swiss lineup this weekend. 18-year-old Kira Petita. Came on a sub in that wing spiker position yesterday. And played really well, the number 15. Not the tallest of players, Petita, but got a very strong shoulder. Hits the ball high, hits it hard, rather like Maya Stork. Oh, that's strong from Imardu. And as the front court setter, she's able to do that, but no, net touch signalled, and Germany can't believe it. Well, let's take a look. Imardu, yeah, just as she plays that ball down on the power joust, clips the net with her elbow before the ball hits the floor. Good spot from the referee. Big serve on Barber. And a chance for Switzerland to enjoy their post-point celebration after that touched ace. Stork again. Good serve again onto Barber. Clearly a tactic for Switzerland to pick on Barber. Two-minute shot on it from Lippmann. Once again saves the day. Former Dresdener player, but now in Italy. The 6'3" opposite player touches the ball at 3 metres and 19, which is a long way up there. 19 centimetres above a basketball ring, if you can think about that as a concept in terms of the height that she's hitting that ball from. Plays with Bisonti Ferenzi in Serie A at the moment in Italy. Oh, that's clever. Well, it's always there in the setter's armoury. Going over on 2. And Vassner enjoyed this one. Schlössl went with that, but just didn't know where that ball was going. That's a key part of the German captain's attacking armoury. Stigrot working the ball off the block. US player Bob Stvertlik used to say that he needed all the tools on his tool belt to find those points. And that was one of the things he used to do so well, work the ball off the block. Oh, no working that off anything except the floor. That's a huge hit from Maya Stork. What a pipe. And she's nailed this right into the corner of the court. And that's got the crowd going. It's that kind of point that can sometimes just fire a team up. 3 points required for Switzerland to get back on level terms. Good comeback from Lippmann. And this game has just caught light. And it's another pipe attack. This time though, Lippmann goes to the other corner and hits it just as hard. Maudu serve, overpass, free ball Germany. No real conviction about those middle attacks at the moment from either side. That's better. Well, you could see Maudu looking for Schwertmann. And every good setter will be able to find their middle players, but they need them in the air. They need that target to aim at, and Schwertmann got there and hit it well. Stork off pace, Durs read it this time. And that's heavy hitting. Well, Louisa Lippmann has really found her rhythm here. And she's been the go-to player in this second set for Germany. And Stork getting a dose of her own medicine there. Great pass from Desperati. Lippmann changes it up for the tip. Now this is wonderful stuff from Louisa Lippmann. And Germany moving to a 7-point lead as Switzerland call their second timeout.
Also, noch einmal. Wenn Sie dann Schwierigkeiten haben, probieren Sie Fehler zu vermeiden. Das heißt, Lippmann hat immer noch in der starken Ecke. Tipp müssen wir als Zweier halt reingehen. Was entscheidend ist, wir machen die Sachen nicht schlecht, aber nicht ganz konsequent. Der Rollshot muss mehr gegen 6 oder 1 gehen und jetzt brauchen wir eine Annahme. Im Moment servieren sie voll drauf, wenn wir unsicher sind, ist unruhig. Also, die Arme früh führen, hoch.
Well, it's always good to listen in on the timeouts, and even if you don't speak the language, the body language can tell you so much. And Timo Lipponen, just, well, I think a little philosophical in that one. Great job by the TV crew down there on the floor to get us those shots, but also get us the soundbite from the Swiss coach. Maudu to serve. Looking like Germany's set here. That's a very good set. Wassner going flat and fast to her captain, Laura Künzler. Another scrappy rally that Switzerland managed to stay in, but that last set was very good indeed from Wassner. And that's why Künzler is the player she is. You give her that ball, she'll put it away. And the same can be said for Louisa Lippmann. What a set she's having. And the German superstar is right on song here. Out comes Engel. Second of the liberos for Switzerland. One defensive, Engel, and one for passing. That's the player on court at the moment, Deprati. Good pick up from Barber. Pipe attack from Stigroth. And frustration for Switzerland's tallest player, number 4, Gabi Schotrov, 22 years of age. Just didn't get the timing right. Was on the way down from that block. Good hit from the back line. A serve from the German captain. Doesn't have to hit the floor to be an ace, like in tennis, unhit and untouched by the opponent. If it's just touched by one opponent, still counts as an ace. And that is not what Timo Lipponen wanted to see from his replacement wing spiker. That's better from Petita. And Schotrov realising the block was good and strong, so just tips over the top. Schotrov in the number 4 shirt, the middle blocker for Switzerland, another real character. She's one of those players right in the middle of it in the warm-up, pre-game, keeping all the players laughing and ticking along. Great block from Stork. Free ball Switzerland. Yeah, just doing a little bit too much there. Wasner didn't find Schrotthoff through the middle, so Germany got another go at this one, and Nelly Barber too good to miss when she's got just the one blocker to beat. Change of personnel in the middle. Off comes Schlüssel, and on comes number 4 for Germany. Selma Hetman, 23 years of age, from the Wiesbaden club. And not much of a welcome to court from her fellow middle blocker. Miss serve from Schwertmann. That's the last thing you want. You've just made a blocking substitution and another blocker makes a service error. Not great from Germany, but they've got an 8-point cushion. Great introduction to the game. Hertmann providing a really good target here for Imadu to set to. Frustrations continue for the Swiss coach, Lippener. Just starting to shout a few instructions to his substitutes. Who's he going to call on? Well, looks like we're going to see Trusch and replacement opposite player Lengweiler. Easy kill. 2 points for Hertmann since she's been brought on. Well, that's what you want to see from your substitutes. Introduction from the bench and making an immediate impact. That's a nice kill. Again, though, not the best pass. Brunner back on court for Switzerland, but once again becomes a service target. And we're going to see the standard double substitution here from Switzerland. So Wasner comes out for Lengweiler, and then Trusch comes in for Stork, which effectively means Switzerland can prolong their rotation. So Sarah Trusch, the replacement setter, goes to the back line, and Lengweiler gets 3 rotations in the front court. So Switzerland have a tall block once again for the next 3 rotations and 3 attackers available. It's good tactical play from Timo Lippener. Good pick up from Dirt. Switzerland fighting hard. And that's a really good kill from a player that's been on the bench now for the best part of 2 sets. Great defence from Switzerland to prolong the rally. But Lengweiler doing what Stork has been doing for most of this match, putting the ball away. Good kill from the youngster. Trusch to serve again. So far this substitution has worked. Spoke too soon, I'm afraid. And I think that's just about the lid on this second set for Switzerland. And that's been their problem here at this tournament, just not able to maintain a sufficiently high level of play. And there's the substitution I said might occur during this match. Imadu comes out and the young setter for Germany, Glab, comes in to replace her. So new playmaker on court for Germany. Well, slightly nervous hands from Glab on that first set. Just didn't get the ball to her captain. So Switzerland able to defend, and Brunner able to come up with a great swing on the right side. Takes Brunner back to the service line. It's a super angle from Stigrot, really got high on that one. Just cut it inside the block to the far line. Swings and hits the outside or the inside of the ball to her. Thumb down, and that's what allows her to spin it cross court in that direction. She was practicing that a lot in yesterday's training session. Much more straightforward hit from Laura Künzler, just going straight over the top of the German block. Glab, new player on court. Well, this set is going to be Germany's, no doubt about it. But for Switzerland, it's about trying to get some momentum back into their performance that they can take into set 3. Middle blocker, Mata to serve. Ooh, that's going to hit the roof. It does. These players used to playing in venues on the international scene, on the things like the Volleyball Nations League, where you can't even kick the ball up to the ceiling. Some worrying points here. Germany just getting a little derailed at the end of this set, and unfortunately for Niki Neubauer, doing something he doesn't want to do, and he's had to call a timeout.
Kein Moment, wo wir den Fuß vom Gas nehmen können. Ja? So, sobald wir ein bisschen nachgeben, wir geben den kleinen Finger, die reißen uns den ganzen Arm raus. Okay? So, ein bisschen mehr Speed rein in die Bälle. Alle bereit, auch bereit für diesen zweite, dritte Bälle zu nehmen, im Block und Abwehr. Ja? Bereit sein. Achtung hinter Cori, Nele kommt ein Stück weiter rüber. Du bleibst ein Tick länger und Achtung für das Gewerfe. Jetzt, weiter!
Great opportunity to bring in the new setter, Glab. Just get us some international experience out there on court. Lone Swiss flag waving, and that's rather what it's been in set 2. But a few handy points towards the end. Good timeout. Number of services that are missed after the opposition has called a timeout is astonishing. And Mata, the latest victim of that. So De Prati back in for the service reception. Germany need 2 points. Glab to serve. Good strong front line for the team in black. No, not a great set from Glab. And neither team in control at the moment. And Lippmann just trying to force it too much. Germany will be annoyed with this. The double substitution reverse then. Germany would have hoped to finish this set by now. So Wassner back in on the back line. Stork on the front line. Switzerland have another 3 rotations with hitters in the front court. It's clever coaching from Timo Lippener. That's not a clever serve though from Wassner as she comes back on court. 1 point required then for Germany to level this 7th, 8th playoff up at a set apiece. Neubauer signalling behind his coaching clipboard where he wants his captain to serve. Well, she hit her target, but so did Switzerland. Shot her off through the middle, nice and strong, good high jump right next to the setter for the A-quick. And 1 set point saved by Switzerland. Künzler. Barber goes off pace, easy defence, chance to score for Switzerland. Stork. And the Stork delivers again. That's a lovely kill inside the block. Not sure Glab will be too happy with her defensive efforts, but a 2nd set point saved by Switzerland. Germany, though, with 5 attacks to kill this one off. Here's the first of them. Lippmann forced to tip. And wide from Brunner. Well, decent momentum from this Swiss team at the back end of that 2nd set, so they'll feel a little more comfortable going into set 3. But that's still a pretty hefty defeat. Germany level it, taking set 2 by 25 points to 19. And plenty for Germany to be positive about after that one. So confirmation, set 2 goes to the German team 25-19, and we are level at 1 set apiece in this 7th-8th playoff here at the Montreux Volley Masters. And for Switzerland, well, that win just still within touching distance, but a little further away than they want. We're level here in Montreux, Germany v Switzerland in the 7th, 8th place playoff. And statistics for the second set, that's a lot better for Germany, and mainly because they kept the scoreboard ticking over with those attacks and reduced their error count quite significantly. However, 0 blocks you'll notice from that last statistic, and I can tell you that their coach Nicky Neubauer has just gone after his players in that time between the sets and to tell them that he's not happy with their blocking, jumping at the net, waving their hands around and not penetrating the net to make blocks. So look for that to improve from this German team in set 3. Few Swiss fans a little down in the dumps after that second set, but gets cheered up by seeing the fact that she's on the big scoreboard. Let's hope Switzerland are going to be able to make their fans smile in this third set in front of the home crowd. It's 1-1 for Germany, set 3. Here we go. Not a great start from Brunner. She's been the service target for this German team, the number 9 for Switzerland. And once again, Amadou going after her and getting the touched ace. Germany 1-0. Well, it's a problem. And the other issue is that because they've got the penetrating setter in this rotation, Wassner running from behind Kunzler, Kunzler can't go any deeper and can't really shuffle across court. So instead, they've had to bring Stork off the net to cover. Nice pass from her. Good adaptation from Switzerland on that last point, and good bit of hustle to stay in the rally. Well, Schottroff gives Switzerland a lot of height, and for a tall player, she's really mobile, the number 4 for Switzerland, making a good stop there. Kunzler, the captain for Switzerland, with the serve, just wide. Well, it's the one part of the game where you have control of the ball, when nobody else can influence it, the serve, but actually delivering a good, solid, strong serve is not as easy as it sounds. And that's why the players have to push so hard from the back line. Great cover from Stork, coming right off her wing to play that. And Brunner makes up for the earlier passing errors with a decent kill. Just a little early in the block from Lippmann. Brilliant pick up from Durr. Switzerland stay in the rally. Oh, that's a sweet hit from Stork. How on earth did she play that ball? Ends up on her backside. But a really good rally finished by a really clever hit. Shot off to serve. That brings Mata, the other middle blocker, to the front line for Switzerland. It's a good hit. Really powerful from Nella Barber. Yeah, Schwertmann has struggled with her serve, the number 18. That's better. Much better. 3 point for Germany. Well, I'm afraid it's Brunner again. That's 3 passing errors so far in this set. That's a little better from her. Releases Kunzler on the pipe attack. And that's the value of having a star hitter like Laura Kunzler. Really the big scorer behind this Swiss team so far here in Montreux. Good try from Stork, sliding all the way in from the back line to try and defend that ball off the Swiss block. But referee Sarakais says no, that was down. And there is the ref's view. Perched right up there on the top of the net. It's a great place to watch the game from. But the referees can't really enjoy it. They're there to make sure everything happens correctly. Lippmann with the serve. Well, that's what a slide D should look like. Been in the women's game a long time now, this attack. And Mata executes perfectly. Blockers don't go wide enough with her. And hits that down the line superbly. Too long. That's so frustrating when serves get big on you like that. But back to my earlier point, if you hit a soft serve, if you hit an easy serve, it's going to come back with interest. That's how good these teams are. Got to keep putting pressure on. Good pass. That's a really nice finish. The pipe attacks. That's the attack through the middle of the backcourt. So the player coming out of that middle back position, position 6, to hit the pipe attack. Developed by the Brazilian teams back in the 90s. The likes of Tanjay cranking that at 100 miles an hour. And Nella Barber wasn't far off. Great shot from her. Good pick up from Barber. Middle attack's just not working for either team at the moment. Right, needed a decent shot, and the German captain comes up with it. And some concerns here for the Swiss coach. Timo Lippmann calls a timeout, and no surprise really after that shot.
Mitte zu tun. Linie runterfinden, das ist nichts. Ja? Jetzt haben wir zweimal ein bisschen, Olivia, jetzt haben wir zweimal ein bisschen unclever gespielt. Der erste Ball ist die zweite auf Clara gegangen, bevor es losgegangen ist. Und der zweite Ball ist die zweite auf Madeleine gegangen, bevor es losgegangen ist. Das heisst, niemand anders. Ja? Nutzt sie hinten, das heisst, nutzt Madeleine mal kurz. A oder C. Und dann musst du ein bisschen mit Tempo, damit sie den Pass vorbei kann. Und dann haben wir A und hinten Rückraum und aussen Tempo.
Not unusual to see two coaches working these days. So, Timo Lippanen conversing with his team in Schweizerdeutsch. And then Jürgen Schreider and Friedrich Strom, the other two coaches on the bench for Switzerland, getting involved with the other players, just taking them aside for a word. Will it do any good? Germany lead by 4. Well, it's amazing, isn't it? Not a great set from Wassner, but it comes up with a point. There was nothing else Künzler could do here except play that shot. Unfortunately for Germany, Lippmann couldn't get there. Künzler's seen the funny side of it. Mata with the serve. Good serve. And another quite brilliant hit from the back line in that pike position. It's been a good scoring zone this for both teams. Watch Lippmann go right down the central part of the court, and the block fractured, not tight enough together, so plenty of space there for Lippmann to hit. Very scrappy third set. This one just taking a bit of sting out of the game. Wassner doing well to hold her place on court, just the one substitution. Tactical one in the second set. Good reach, good blocking in that middle position from Gabi Shotrov. Pfeffingen player just reading this nicely. Saw this was coming tight and timed it very well. Not coming back. And another poor point. Both teams will be the first to admit. Just haven't shown the same ball control in set 3 as they have in the other two. It's a good libero system. This works really well for Switzerland. Two defensive specialists coming in and out. Good pick up from De Prati. Good heavy hit from Stork, well dealt with by Durr. And both liberos on each side of the net. Putting on a bit of a masterclass there, but it's Durr's team that comes up with the point. Back round to the German setter, Madu. Free ball Germany, that's poor though. Well, not the player that you'd expect to make an error like that. Lena Stigerot just trying to volley the ball into that 2 zone on court for the setter to run in, but gets it all wrong and just volleys it straight to the Swiss player. Coaches never stop working.
Ja, wir ziehen mit dem Kurzkopf im Mittelblock und du musst gucken, dabei geht in 4 schnell. Die gehen nur auf Louis in dem Moment. So, und dann da sein. Der erste Bälle sauber. Hey, los Mädels, das ist jetzt an uns. Wir, ich sag euch, wenn ihr so rumschlumpft, die ziehen uns hinten, die versohlen uns den Arsch hinten raus.
Well, there's no real right or wrong with timeouts. Coaches just have to call them when they feel it's appropriate. And you could just see the German shoulders slump after Stigerot's last error. So not a bad call there from Coach Neubar. (12-9) then to Germany, 3 points in it in this race to 25 in set 3. And Laura Künzler prepares to serve, the Swiss captain. pick-up. What a pick-up from Engel. It's tight, and that's really well done from Switzerland. And yet another free ball pass goes begging for Germany. Shotroff just covering Imadu's set. And as soon as Imadou set that into the hands, as the backcourt setter, she wasn't allowed to do that, so Shotroff picks up the point. Kunzler's serving well, getting this ball to move a long way. And the tip from Stigrot, this time Engel not equal to it. Quick apology from the Swiss libero after missing this one. Was in the air a long time, and Engel will feel that she probably should have got there. But just 17 years of age, Matilda Engel, doing a fine job today for Switzerland. Well, it's been a while since Nelly Barber's had a kill. She's built more like a cross-country skier, Nelly Barber, but she's got such great power to weight ratio. She really flies. Now Brunner looking nervous. This is a rotation that's been a problem. Germany will try and pick on her again. And Stigrot misses her and actually hits De Prati, who doesn't pass so well. And two good kills. Barber for the second time goes down the line. Let's watch the contact point. Really attacks that ball. Takes it as high as she can, and that just allows her to turn it back to the line and beat Wassner. Brunner replaced by Petita. So second run out for the number 15 in this match for Switzerland. And that is a clever change-up. And Lara Kunzler won't enjoy that. That's her opposite captain. Stigrot acing her. Lena Stigrot then with another serve, the Dresdner player. That's a brilliant piece of work from both Wassner and Stork. I told you at the top of this match, when Stork hits it, it stays hit. Look at this. That's a clubbing spike. Great pass. Switzerland, no, recycle. Not for long. Just trying to be a bit too cute with that bump set. And went too tight to the net, Wassner. Easy finish for Barber. 3 points in a row for her. And it's been a while since we've seen a really good connection through the middle. Q Mata. Great set, Wassner. Good kill from the shortest of the middle blockers on court at the moment. And a shank pass, this time from the German captain. Well, you're on a nice flat platform, you want to keep the arms still, you don't want to be chasing the ball. A little bit of an experience from Maya Stork. The 20-year-old really did need to hit the German captain again with a serve, but missed it by some distance. Swiss passers ready, all of them directing their bodies towards the German server. Just misses the ceiling, and that's well recycled by Switzerland. And another tip. That zone just over the top of the left side blocker onto the 3-metre line has been a problem for Switzerland in this set. And neither the libero nor the setter could get there.
Direkt da oben, das Satzspiel abgegeben, geht die Ball einfach irgendwo weiter. Hey, sie machen jetzt nur noch Spiel nach System. Der Ball ist auf 4 Meter, Finte kommt 3 Meter über den Block, wir haben ihn nicht. Gleich in der Annahme. Wir konzentrieren uns da an, wünschen einen kurzen dort. Gleich am Service, machen einen guten Service, der nächste out. Hey, sie machen im Moment nur das Nötigste. Alle Bälle, die wir im Spiel haben, können wir gut lösen. Also, Paul noch eins. Go, go. Go.
Well, Timo Lipino with the timeout call for Switzerland and quite clearly setting the bar for his team, telling them that that tip ball was going 3-4 metres in the air. There is no excuse for that ball not being retrieved in defence. And that's what coaches have to do sometimes. Ask the question, set the standard for the team and demand that they deliver. 6-point lead for Germany. It's looking comfortable again. Good pick up from Durr. Real commitment from the German libero. That's better from Stork, but it's out of play. And another tip brings Germany another point. Not though for Switzerland. Great work from Lenka Durr. More substitutions, and it's that double substitution we saw in set 2. So in comes Trusch. And in comes the wing spiker, Lengweiler. Julie Lengweiler actually going to act as the opposite player now. So 3 more strong rotations for Switzerland. Not the most comfortable hit from Petitar, but it's a point. Sarah Trosch, the new setter on court for Switzerland. The normal starting setter, the 24-year-old, would normally be on court first. And the wheels coming off here for the home team. Julie Lengweiler, new opposite player on court, although normally plays left side, but she's pretty adaptable. Some frustration here for Swiss fans. They really wanted to see a victory today. Brilliant start with that first set, which they took 25 points to 19 and looked really good. And Mata continues to impress through the middle. Another high jump and another pretty decent set from Wasner. In fact, from Trusch, my apologies. Finds the middle player well. But they just cannot get it flowing from the service line, and that is a real issue. Germany need 3 points. Wild from Kunzler. Going for the hands, but unfortunately when you miss the blocker's hands, that's what happens to the ball. Sails a long way out. Just taking a moment to compose herself, Laura Kunzler. She's a really good international player. Knows what she's got to do for her team today. And that will not help the cause. Some suspicion that that might have been out. But Petitar decided to have a go at it and shanks the ball into the ceiling. Nine set points for Germany. And a second strong serve from Lippmann does the job. And that's it. So 2 disappointing sets in a row for the home side. But Germany looking very strong here. And a really solid serve puts Petitar under pressure once again. And Switzerland don't have any answers. Germany then move into a 2-1 advantage. They lead this one 2-1, 25-15 in the third. And Germany looking better and better. Let's take a look then at those highlights from set 3. Well, those are the statistics from set 3. Germany still not doing anything at the net with regard to the block. That's really strange, but they've got a decently formed block, and that's caused Switzerland some problems with their hitting. But Germany just looking stronger and stronger here. And for the home fans in Montreux, that elusive victory at this year's Volley Masters for the Swiss team now looking a little further away. Thailand going through their early warm-up phase. They'll be on court against Poland in semi-final 1 here in Montreux. That's coming up today. And then semi-final 2, Italy versus Japan. We've got Europe versus Asia in the semis, in the top 4, all the way today. But it's an all-Europe battle in the 7th, 8th playoff down there on court at the moment. Switzerland in red, Germany in black. It's going to be Switzerland to serve to get set 4 underway. And it's Germany in the black that lead by 2 sets to 1. Maudu back on court. German setter runs a really good show, especially when Germany have the ball under control. Good pass from Dürr. That's a great save. And Germany doing really well here. Oh, that's sweet. That's a really good play from all of the German players, but Lippmann in particular with the termination kill. Great feed from Emaudu, fast and flat, and just took the blockers and the defenders out of the equation. Now she's going to be close on 100 points for Germany in this tournament, Lippmann. And that's a good turn from Stork. Specifically aiming at Lippmann's hands and arms here in the block. And gets the block out kill. Nice comeback from Germany though. Another fast feed on the outside. Emaudu to Nella Barber. Better start though from Switzerland to this set. Just need to keep pace with Germany if they can. New player on court that we haven't seen featured so far today. Olivia Zarg, 23 years of age, getting a start for Switzerland. Another player from the Pfeffingen club. Would normally be the starting wing spiker, Zarg, but clearly coach Timo Lippener just experimenting with a few changes today. Good serve. Very high and flat across the net. Tricky for Barber to deal with. And an ace for the middle blocker, Gabi Shotrov. Oh, that problem area once again for Switzerland. They've got to do something to sort this out. Germany repeatedly scoring with this tip just over the block and down the line. And on this occasion it was Vassner that just didn't commit to the defensive play. It's a good tip though. That was well found by the outside hitter Barber. Overpass. Emaudu puts it away. And there's not much you can do about that. Kunzler this time. And let's give the server credit, that was a toughie. That was really tricky to pass. Lippmann again to try and test this Swiss service reception. No, wild from Stork. And a dangerous moment here for Swiss team. They've got to watch themselves. This could quite easily go away from them here. I don't think Timo Lipponen will let too many more points happen before he has to call a timeout. Lippmann to serve again. Not this time. Now Germany, whatever the tip, even if it's a second tip ball like that from Imaldu going over on 2, Germany scoring what feels like about 70–80% of their points with tip shots at the moment against this Swiss team. Barber to serve. Imaldu will be really angry with herself for that. Just didn't penetrate the net, left the outside hand dangling there as a tempting target for Kunzler. Switzerland had no right to win that point, but they've got it. And again, same tip, same place, same result, Germany point. It's just too easy. And you can see what the problem is. Engel is backpedaling into that defensive position, expecting Lippmann to really thump it. And consequently, as Lippmann tips it, she's going backwards. So Engel can't make the play. And a shank pass from Zarg, who's been sat on the bench for a long time. It's pretty frustrating for Switzerland, but for Germany, delight. 2-point cushion as a timeout is called.
Schnell rein, das erste, das zweite. Schnell vorbereiten. Lippmann serviert den ganzen Match. Sportlich für alle 3 kurz. Wenn Lippmann serviert, gang du 4 Meter, vielleicht sogar auf 3 und du ein bisschen länger. Aber die können doch nicht 3 Mal den gleichen Ball kassieren und jetzt unter Powerball und du schiebst ihn rum. An dem müssen wir arbeiten. Wir müssen das herbringen, dann haben wir eine Chance in diesem Satz. Ohne das ist der Satz fertig. Also, auf der Linie gegen die Mitte. Nicht wegziehen, nur heben, dann können wir weiterspielen.
Well, can't provide you with an accurate translation, but I can tell you that Timo still discussing the tip issue and the fact that it's scoring 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And if it's Lippmann that's tipping, she's tipping way, way up in the air, so you can see it. Got a lot of time to react. Back on court, 3-point cushion Germany. Great pick up from Barber. Stigrot just wide. Very, very welcome point for the team in red. He knows his team are not out of this yet, but they can't afford another run of poor play. Switzerland, and that will do nicely. Touch day serve to reduce the deficit to just 1, and it's the German captain Lena Stigrot who is the culprit once again. And once again, we've seen this before. Mata, having got the ace off the German captain, misses the second serve when the pressure was building nicely for Switzerland. German setter in the back line for the service, Imaldu, so 3 rotations with big players in the front court, and what a waste. Imaldu knows it as well. They look pretty relaxed though, Germany. 2-1 up in this game. Well, it just can't keep happening. It's a free point for Germany. Lippmann not having to put any effort into the shot, not taking any risks, just tipping it straight over the block, varying the angle, rather than the line, which Wasner had covered, just tips it mid-court. Too easy, I'm afraid, for Germany at the moment in attack. Correct floor wiping implements finally brought on, but not required by the second floor wiper on that occasion. Volunteers doing a fantastic job here in Montreux. This tournament run by volunteers and Swiss volleyball. And a lot of youngsters here with the bright orange shirts on, contributing as ball boys and girls, and also floor wipers, and the players really appreciate it. Good shot from Barber. Good strong arm from the wing spiker again. One blocker to beat. Beats her easily. And that's going to be against Germany. Blocker's just getting a little over-eager. I think it was because that set from Switzerland came so tight to the net. One of the blockers infringed, so Switzerland limit the damage. 2 points in it still. Yeah, it was a net touch from Germany. And next point underway, and Stork tries to thread the needle down the line, but ends up going wide. Nearly 30 years of age now, Lenka Dur, but still looks like she's loving every single second down there on court. Another pretty average middle attack. They're just not connecting really. But Shotrov with the presence of mind to understand that wasn't there to be hit, so forced it through the block with a tip. That's a huge hit. Stork going off the top of the blocker's hands and away towards the crowd. Switzerland not out of it yet. Not by any means. 11-12. Shotrov to serve again. Good serve, but Stigrot deals with it. Chance for another point. Wasner goes middle, but still can't quite find the player. And that's a big, big hit again. Well, Lippmann in full flight is up there with the best in the world. Helped by a rather fractured Swiss block. Zal just disappearing outside the antenna and giving her opponent the run of the court. But can't follow it with a decent serve. It's interesting actually, there's a lot of really big hitters in the world game that can't jump serve in terms of a forceful topspin jump serve. Stork's another one. Big hitter but float serve, but when you're scoring aces with it, why worry? Well, we're closer to what you would consider to be the starting six for Switzerland. And they're starting to put a few points on the board, take the lead for the first time in this fourth set, and it's the same problem. And you may have heard that. There was an audible groan from this very knowledgeable Swiss crowd here in Montreux, because they knew Stork could put her opponent under pressure and then miss the second serve, let Germany off the hook. easy pickings for Lippmann. He's still going to make the shot, but there was a lot of court to aim at. Swiss crowd trying to get into it, trying to lift their players. They need a bit of lifting at the moment. And this might be the telling run of points, and that's why Timo Lippmann has called his second time out.
Den nächsten Ball wieder ein bisschen einfacher organisieren. Einfach denken, alle Lauf vom Vieri. Wenn also Danam jetzt auf 5-6 Meter kommt, über die Aussengreiferin oder lieber, der dahinter ist, der nicht angenommen hat, der Höchstball aus Vieri. Wenn Passwörter 2 Leute machen, wird es einfach schwierig. Solange es nur gut ist, alle Bälle spielen. Aber wenn es Gegenlauf ist, helfen einfach früher. Wir brauchen einen guten Ball.
Well, it's still pretty calm down there in the Swiss timeout zone. That was Stork's last error, and that really did pop the Swiss balloon. She's angry with herself as well, but she's only 20, still learning the game, and a real talent in prospect. Here's Maya Stork. The bugle blast signals the restart of the game. Nice dig from Lippmann. And that's a really good set from Imadou. Goes wide to her captain, Stigro. And our double substitution for Switzerland going to happen again. So Wassner and Stork come out. And onto the floor goes Lengweiler, who's the wing spiker who's going to play in the opposite position. And Sarah Trusch, the regular starting setter. Well, that's not going to help the cause, and Kunzler with a very brave chase there, but she's gone down pretty heavy on the floor. Another shank pass, another point basically given away, but it was a decent serve from Barber. Now will Barber try and target that part of the court again? Switzerland have tried to cover it. They've brought De Prati right across. That's better. Much better. Good middle offense from Mata. Zaug into the back line to serve. So she can take a rest from front court duties and concentrate on passing now, Zaug, and defence. That's not coming back though. Another powerful hit. This time from Hetman. Nice slide D once more. A little tight to the block, but forced it through. Net touch. It's from Mata. So Switzerland concede another point. Mata, in the end, just having to admit to this, it was such a big one. Well, it happens. You're trying to penetrate the net with those forearms and get across to block, but every so often you get it wrong. It's a good hit. Laura Kunzler, the Swiss captain, just reminding everybody of her quality. Lovely contact. Mix up in the German passing unit. Barber thought her captain had it. Her captain thought Barber had it. Timeout Neubar, just to take the sting out of things.
Immer lang hinten rein, ja, ist immer lang hinten rein. So, los jetzt, drüber seid auch nachdenken jetzt, ja. Sauber erster Ball, hoch, raus aus dem Netz. Wir können alles machen, los. Power!
Komm mit ins Pushen hier, komm!
Hey!
Los!
Great atmosphere here in the Omnisport Arena. The Salle du Perrier on the banks of Lake Geneva. Action on day 5 from the Montreux Volley Masters. Germany in the black taking on the home side, Switzerland in the red. 7th, 8th place playoff, and then we've got 2 semi-finals to come. And the timeout worked. 4-point cushion, briefly turning into a 5-point advantage for Germany. They lead this game by 2 sets to 1. First to 3 wins it. Got pretty close to a win against China at the start of the tournament. Germany went down 3-1. 3-2, my apologies. Really good performance. And there we go. A block at last for Germany. Schwertmann and Captain Stigrot next to each other. Nicely organised, good penetration with the hands and arms, point the ball back into court. 3 points required for Germany's first win at this year's Volley Masters. Good serve, well dealt with by De Prati. And a second block follows. Would you believe it? Well, there's a saying in the UK, you wait hours for a bus and then 2 come along at once. Well, we've waited a long time for a German block, and one follows another. 23-16 Germany. Great serve. Free ball. Amadou goes Lippmann. Lippmann goes tip, well picked up by De Prati. Oh dear. Switzerland recycle somehow. Oh, it's just out. That is so unlucky. But a rally very similar to the way we started this whole match, with some terrific defence to keep it in play. But that final hit from Kunzler just took a second touch on the net. It's the top spin that drags it back to the net and spins it out of court. Multiple match points then for Germany's first win here in Montreux. Amadou with the defence, net touch this time by Germany. Going for that 3rd block in a row. Who was it? Oh no, it was a step over the line from Lippmann. Well spotted, second official. Maciek Trotowski. But it's still plenty of match points for Germany. One successful attack, it's theirs. And it comes, wouldn't you guess, virtue of a tip, and Germany have done it. Well, 3 matches with no win, but in the 4th match, Germany managed to get this one across the line. 25-17 in the 4th set to win this by 3 sets to 1. So disappointment for the hosts. Timo Lippener in particular, the coach, was hoping for a little more from his team today, as were the fans. But Germany, in the end, just too much control and too strong, particularly Lippmann. Forceful attacking from her to keep that scoreboard ticking over. And Switzerland, unfortunately this time around, finished their own tournament, the Montreux Volley Masters, without a win in the bank. So Switzerland finish 8th, and Germany, courtesy of a 3-1 win here on the last day of the tournament for them, finish in 7th position. Well, another cracking game, and we've got more cracking action to come. 2 semi-finals next on court, Poland versus Thailand, and then it'll be Italy versus Japan here in Montreux, as the heat just gets turned up a notch as the teams, the top 4, compete for a place in the final. And we've got double Europe versus Asia on the way here in Montreux. But for Germany, It's a win at last this year, and for this talented young Swiss team still learning their way, they're going to have to wait for another win another day. And that's it, that's the match point. The tip was the problem for Switzerland in those final 3 sets. The tip was certainly the problem on that last point. And Germany walk away from this one with a victory, 3-1 against Switzerland. And at last, they managed to open their account here in Montreux. Confirmation then of those match statistics overall. Both teams would have liked to have made a few more blocks and certainly reduced the error count. But overall, solid stuff, and Germany will be delighted with getting this one across the line. Slightly higher ranked of the two teams, and in the end that experience just counted. For Timo Lippener though, back to the drawing board. Got some really talented players on his roster, and he'll be looking for them to deliver great things in the future. For now though, let's take a look back at the highlights of this game as we look forward to our first semi-final.